Look at that stout defense by Atlanta. 5th in points per game allowed. 3rd in total yards. Strong against the rush. Wow. That's how they made it. Look at that, Jim D. +2 speed for the old Barno. The freak became even more a freak, and he's the only guy that we dripped up.
divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Here's Richie James on the return. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And when you review his performance last week in the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence over the past 3 and get to the quarterback. keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He's been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Watson. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 2. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Watson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Back to throw, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Viking kicker, Daniel Carlson. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They led at 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys are good getting down the field. It's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes them all the way when you get to game day in a foreign place.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield, and Diggs has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed it, it would have been a different story.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Jim D. Tanner Muse was second in the league with 150 tackles for the Raiders. He popped on film all year.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone this way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Watson off play action. 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jakeem Grant from 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Forced out. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Returnable for Watson. And now out comes Minnesota. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That pass taken in by Burks. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First down, here's White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent touchdown, Vikings.
Dosage, 27 yards. And the Vikings continue to show what it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They go to the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribble, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. First down, Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Here's Mayfield. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm is the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and help them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Watson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian Watson, a 23-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to run their lead in this first half. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe thinking, trying to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now it's Watson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. The Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's say if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they take a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they will take a knee here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it. And so we'll see what happens. On fourth down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the...
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they have made this look easy. Well, it's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Watson. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Jet sweep, here's Watson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. This one downfield to Burks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. A good pick out there, 26 yards. On the counter, Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
Well, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Off of play action, it's Watson. It's complete, Burks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
His offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's got Hutton on the out route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And third quarter here, you've got to lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Hunt will try going up the middle. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Vikings are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. David Montgomery from a yard out. And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit. Here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. The first throw here for the backup, Taylor. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run on first down with Jackson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. It brings up 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Taylor. And here he's got Grant. And he'll go down, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him. That's another first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense defense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now Taylor on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Wide open receiver complete, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw, Mayfield. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those coverage you'd expect to see in a tight game late, not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Running for it, Montgomery. A beautiful fake. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Taylor with and the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles. But that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something that...
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They go play action with Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.